not only did he dominate in golf, and he won like a World Series of Poker bracelet for winning the match, which was cool, that he couldn't get over his big fucking hand there at the beginning of that whole thing. He was hilarious, likable, didn't give away anything that happened, and still did address the whole thing and saying, we'll see. When he was talking about being at the first game against the Saints for the Green Bay Packers, whenever the announcer, who's a Milwaukee guy, I guess tried to ask him and lead him in there. Charles asked him, Larry asked him, Tom asked him, and he played it off somehow in incredibly cool fashion, came out looking good on the other side, and I think everybody's on his side now, and I started thinking to myself, this handsome motherfucker could be in the PGA if he wanted to.
Yeah, right?
He has the mindset to go ahead and lock in on something. He can train, he can do that, and it seems like his natural ability, I mean, who knows how much he's been golfing, but let's just assume it's been a pretty good amount. If he was balling out there.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely balling. They get the win. DeChambeau hit a ball 500 yards. I mean, pretty much every bet that we thought we threw out yesterday pretty much hit, including first hole birdie, first hole win for Aaron and DeChambeau. It was a beautiful night, beautiful day. It was a lot longer than I thought, but it is such a nice break of entertainment, those matches. I enjoy them a lot. At Ty Schmidt, big Packers fan, were you alarmed about the we'll see, we don't know? And then at the end, when he told Tom, next week maybe we'll find out something, that was a little something that dropped out there. What were your thoughts as a fan of Aaron and then obviously as a Packer?
No, yeah, I mean, he won the day completely. With that, I mean,
Charles Barkley had a great...
He did.
Charles Barkley had a great day.
Sure. He did.
Charles Barkley had a great day. Aaron Rodgers, though, won that day. Phil, great day.
Unbelievable day.
Unbelievable. Aaron Rodgers won yesterday, and I assume he thought there was a chance that was going to happen, and he went in there very comfortable, prepared, both, for any
questions that they were going to lob out there and
body-wise, golf-wise.
Yeah.
He said he played there last week. They caught him on a hot mic. I mean, he sandbagged a little bit going in there. He looked cool. He won the day. But as a Packers owner, you are, Ty, your thoughts on how that whole thing panned out?
Yeah, no, I wasn't worried at all. It was because, like you said, I mean, he didn't seem any different. He seemed like the guy who was on the show, just kind of relaxed, comfortable. He was trading jabs with the guys. Like, he wasn't...
Hey, shut up, Phil.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't being, like, timid or weird when they asked him the question, and he kind of set the precedent early, like, hey, I get that you guys are gonna ask me this, but like I'm not gonna say anything today. Like, I'm locked in right now on the golf course, and that's what I'm focused on. So it wasn't like oh shit, he's not gonna be there. Honestly, it was just nice to be like, okay, I can just enjoy him locked in playing golf right now, because it was very, very fun to watch.
And Gronk said to Tom that Aaron looks more retired than me right now or whatever, and Tom quickly said, no, he looks... And I think that was because Gronk hadn't seen him, and I think because of how we all have been potentially perceiving Aaron Rodgers' offseason, he looked yoked yesterday.
Ready to play football.
It would be the most Aaron Rodgers thing of all time, by the way, to make people believe that you're, out in Hawaii, not caring about anything. And if this is with the Packers or with nobody else, no OTAs, no nothing, and then show up in the greatest shape of all time and just dominate. That's that is what he does, right? I mean, with the golf, 5.5, I haven't been able to play, show up, dominate, beat the pro. That's
crush it.
This thing, it looks like he is very diligent right now with his workout routine, although we see him singing Taylor Swift and jumping in waterfalls and, doing meditating, reading books and everything like that. He's underneath that powerlift squat rack. He is. Now, don't let that long hair hippie look fool you. It seems like Aaron maybe is in better shape than he even was last year.
Yeah, more jaded too.
Still got some stuff to prove, I think.
Yeah, Gronk didn't know that because Gronk was watching baseball. He's being a good uncle, and he didn't see that. But I did like to hear Tom go, no.
Rob,
yeah, because Tom, he said that as a joke, I'm sizing up my competition, but I assume there is a lot of those two
sneaking the light.
Potential looking at each other like, oh, yeah. That's what 44 or 45 potentially looks like Aaron's looking at. And then, there's a full, those two uber competitive.
Yeah, sizing each other up.
Just those two, you know what I mean? If those two combine forces and just are watching, because there's a story that came out that Peyton and Tom went down to Peyton's lake house in Tennessee or something way back. This is while they were both playing and while everybody thought they hated each other.
Yeah, 2000s.
It was just them at the place. Workout in the morning, probably with that Duke quarterback coach who was Peyton's coach or whatever. Down at the man. Yeah, that workout in the morning, film, workout, dinner. They kind of had like a week together or whatever where they did that whole thing. And Tom came out and said on that NFL 100 show when he was sitting across the table from Bill Belichick, which is kind of awesome to think about now. Hindsight, how they handled that professionally, publicly. They're talking, and Bill Belichick had to acknowledge his greatness, by the way, because he was on the NFL Top 100 team, and Tom had to do the same because Bill was, I think, the NFL
head coach,
the head coach of the team or whatever. But Tom talked about how on that trip down there, Peyton taught him a guard pull play action that basically opened up Dallas Clark down the seam, and the Patriots put that in immediately, and Rob Gronkowski scored 90 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So Aaron and Tom potentially doing a tight end U or O-line mastermind or pass rusher academy, those two meeting up together. What else could potentially happen out of this?
It's crazy that even happened just because of how competitive we know. I mean, from what you said about Peyton and obviously Tom over the years, like how competitive they were, the fact that they would share
crazy, right?
little tidbits. Like I wonder if Peyton, after he did it, like in an AFC championship, saw the Patriots run that play and was like kicking himself.
Dadgummit.
Yeah. Fuck did I tell him that?
Dadgummit. And Clyde Christensen, by the way, is probably looking at their play.
Turn.
Lake House, huh? Right? That's our play, right? That's what right? Tom Moore's like, you son of a... I think the fraternity up there of the elite quarterbacks should be, hopefully, for the good of the game, a strong one, because there's only a couple motherfuckers out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's only a couple people out there.
Well, and to the point about Aaron and Tom sharing, insights or whatever,
Yeah.
it just supports the fact that it will be Aaron's last year in Green
Well, that's
Bay.
Peyton and Tom became friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tom learned what Peyton was able to do and was like, okay, I thought so, yeah. All right, I'm fucking out of here. Yeah, I thought
Sounds
so.
good.
58 touchdowns?
Because Tom, I bet you, Tom, I have no idea. I don't know Tom at all. Okay, this is coming from somebody who does not know this person at all. But imagine him telling Aaron, like, Peyton told me he was able to listen.
Yeah.
They gave him the actual, like, the key to the building. Like, he actually had the entire.
No one could get in
Like
until
he
got
had the
here.
flip on and off switch, and he was allowed in. Like that type of stuff. Like I didn't know it either when I was in New England. I had no idea. And then Aaron looked for that to become a. This is what I would like to see happen for this to potentially keep going. And will Mark Murphy, who's maybe the loudest in the room sometimes, decide that or not? I have no idea.
This will be a good year to just look around and see, okay, what team stinks but has a really good like tight end, wide receiver, running back combo here that.
And Devontae Adams is going to be a free agent.
So you might be able to bring
Gronkowski, Antonio Brown potentially.
Chris Godwin.
Let's go ahead and craft this thing a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, fine by me as long as he comes back and plays this year.
Win it this year. Yeah.
Have that spite year that Bill and
That's
Tom
right.
had.
Mm-hmm.
Win it this year.
He's coming home.
You think Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh, by the way, would love Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Just with he's a California kid.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing, but I think we've gotten past that he's not.
Yeah, I
really.
mean, he's playing in Green Bay for his entire career. He's not.
And he's also the quiet, subtle smartass. Yesterday, I think, won over a lot of people. Because the fucks and the shits, I think, are the most relatable thing that anybody could have done out there.
Absolutely.
And he was just letting them fly. Fucking 3-wood, dude. And the TNT person's like, is that
Jesus, who was that?
Aaron again, God.
I mean, I don't think it'll happen, but like if Trey Lance isn't good, you think there's any chance that he'll
I think that's very
quickly.
possible.
go right to 49ers, yeah.
What, they would have Jimmy G, Trey Lance?
Well,
Jimmy's last year's.
Yeah, Jimmy's probably
Yeah, he's
gone.
got 1 year, $22 million or whatever.
And then if Trey's not exactly what Shanahan thought he was, then maybe.
But what about Jordan Love?
What about Jordan Love?
You would say they trade
what
Trey
about
Lance
him?
and it would be Trey Lance and Jordan Love in the same quarterback room, or what do you think they would do there?
what the Packers would ask for Rodgers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it probably would be. It'd have to be Trey Lance, right? Maybe the first as
Yeah,
well.
but if Trey Lance wins it all, there's no way.
Yeah.
No way.
And they don't have any first-round picks in the future to give away.
Even if
They traded a bunch of picks, and he was the number 3 overall pick. They're going to give Trey Lance more than 1 year.
Even if
He
but
might
it's
get
Rodgers.
It's Aaron Rodgers, though. That is the thing. But they don't have any picks to give up for him.
Correct.
They would have to give a Trey Lance. You can give a Bosa, Trey Lance, and something else. I don't
Yeah,
know how
no
you would
way.
even.
Bro,
I don't know
Kittle
what-
winner.
I don't know what Green Bay would agree to.
Right.
I'm not saying San Fran would ever give
Yeah,
him
they
Bosa.
need like Fred Warner in return or something like that.
No, Mark Murphy plays poker.
It might be worth it.
Good Kings plays poker.